Yeah, well, JH, you always like to bring up a little bit of heat.
Just promo.
Yeah, it was one promo. Did not know I was getting a microphone. Would like that to be known. Because there was money paid for the seats that we were sitting in. A lot of it. Okay?
Yours?
Not my money. Was going to be my money. And then it was somebody else said, we could do that. And I said, yeah. Actually.
You should.
How much it is, with how much it is, you could certainly do that. So I thought there was a chance like, hey, just come, enjoy the game, do the thing. Yeah. So I'm watching them do the shots around the arena of people. It's like, damn, there's a lot of people here. A lot of ex-Pacers here. Great to see Danny Granger was back in the building.
Sick.
Jermaine O'Neal was back in the building. Obviously, Mike Epps
one of the best jerseys of all time. If you owned a Jermaine O'Neal jersey back in the day, that was the straight.
Jermaine O'Neal was beloved in this. I mean, obviously, big pop for him. There was a lot of superstars out. Everybody was seemingly there. Jelly Roll was there last night. Yeah. I mean, Triple H, I was obviously alongside. 50 Cent was in the building. So they're showing all these people. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, they're not expecting me, to do anything. Because that is that is a moment in there. You've had to experience it, obviously, numerous times. D-Butch, I think, probably has experienced it at a Florida Panthers game, which we will get to. They're about to go and win this entire thing again. But, yeah, I was like, cool, I don't have to do it. Then fourth quarter comes, guy with camera comes, and he goes, hey, can we put you on the thing? What am I going to say?
Nah.
I say no there?
I don't think so.
I say, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Cool guy, too. Good vibes, good energy. He's carrying around a camera all night. You do his thing. So then the MC in there, who I do know, comes over with the microphone and the ears thing. And he's standing next to me. And I go, are you interviewing me? And he goes, no, I'm giving you the microphone. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of promo here. Okay. So now we got about 30, 45 seconds. So I start looking around. I see Spike Lee down there, literally covered up in like a babushka. I don't know what he had, like a thing over there. I look down at him, and I look over to the right, and it was so cool to see Timothy Chalamet there. First of all, the way Timothy Chalamet has become like,
unbelievable.
As a child, they have shit from him as a kid, with trying to meet Amari Stoudemire and everything as a Knicks fan, now becoming the face, and also becoming like the guy whenever it comes to being a thespian and being an actor, and how he wants to do it and what he did at College Game Day. Seeing him was sweet. Like, very cool. Ben Stiller, I grew up watching Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
He's out there it was just a cool moment. But it was very clear what I needed to do, what the assignment was as soon as I saw him. Because these guys are all front row. I mean, they're a part of the show. They're getting things said to them. They're getting things said back. So, yeah, 30, 45 seconds, decided to come up with something. Let's send these guys out of here. How we were going to get there, didn't know. Sons of bitches was certainly not something that was on the mind until I was in the middle of it. It's like, feel like we got to bring a little bit of a hammer here. But we'd like to let them all know, mad respect for coming out. Mad respect for the amount of support they're showing the New York Knicks, and also all love. Timothy Chalamet knew, certainly, because he's been inches away at the College Game Day thing whenever I saw it, and then
he clapped.
He let's turn this shit. I get Carlisle going too. He no-sells it, no look at all. But then, I didn't even think about there being a negative reaction, which once again is how I find myself sometimes in a situation where it's like, oh, that was sweet. This whole place just went bananas. Boys on the bench just went crazy. Sat down next to my wife. She was like, hey, that was a lot of fun. Nick Khan goes, okay. And then Triple H goes, unbelievable.
You're the best.
That was whatever. I'm like, thank you. It was really cool. And then obviously, it goes how it goes, and that's how the world is. But I just want to let everybody know, hey, the assignment was to turn that sumbitch upside down. And that's all it was. I do apologize that some of them said, some of the aggregators cut it off before I said, let's send them home with their ears ringing. They just said, let's send these sons of bitches back to New York, like I was kicking them out of town.
That worked.
It was a little bit harder than what I was delivering.
Works today for sure.
What I was delivering was the ears ringing.
Has anybody been
Get loud is what I was saying. Send these sons of bitches back to New York with their ears ringing.
Cut it harder.
That's literally what I was saying. So it's like, I think it got aggregated a little different when I'm saying send these sons of bitches. Hey, Matt.
Has anybody been handed the mic in the fourth quarter of a playoff game before? Like a fan? That's unbelievable.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even think about that.
And people,
I don't know if I've ever seen that, like a legit major game, fourth quarter. Like they're like, it's not like, here, we're gonna hand a mic to this guy and we have no clue what he's gonna say.
Yeah, and he does not know he's getting a microphone either, unless somebody else was told that I was getting a mic and just didn't relay the message.
And you legitimately had to hype up those guys so much. Like it had to be just
so on that note, James Johnson, who needs to be talked about more.
Dog.
Absolute weapon. Does his job perfectly. Even when he's not in the game, does his job perfectly. He comes over, gives me a boom, boom, love that. Walks away. I'm like, got that guy on my side.
Yep.
That's good news.
And that's all you need.
That's all, literally all it
Turns out.
Do you know who James Johnson is?
Yeah.
Okay. So he is the enforcer for the Pacers, I believe is how, I don't know if that's how everybody views him, but
Yes.
that's how I was kind of introduced to who he is. Hey, this guy's been brought in here basically to make sure Tyrese and the boys, we got a guy in here. Can hoop, has played multiple times during the playoffs, but he is a black belt, I think, in judo. I don't know. He's a dog.
Yep.
And he's also 6'10", whatever the case is.
Huge.
Sweet look, sweet tats, sweet dreads. Everything he's sweet looking.
Grill.
Yeah, he's got an awesome grill. So his job is to protect the boys, I think.
Right.
I thought that was just physically. But in the NBA, because of how close everybody sits on top of you, just like in the NFL, I assume you've had fans yell at you a lot about J.J. Watt, you suck, whatever it is.
Right.
There was a guy, 3 Knicks fans, front row right here. They bought those tickets behind the Pacers bench to do exactly what they were doing at the beginning of the game. They were yelling at Tyrese. I mean, they were giving it to Tyrese. This is over Triple H's head because Triple H is sitting right next to Tyrese. So this is happening over his head, basically. And that James Johnson guy, as they're at a timeout, this guy's getting after Tyrese. He just looks at him, calls him a very strong word, I will say. Very, very strong word to the Knicks guy. Now the Knicks guy's attention is completely off of Tyrese, and now it's talking to James. And James delivered a verbal assault of this man that was a first-round knockout.
Yep.
Stronger than sons of bitches.
Yeah, much stronger.
Yeah, no
much stronger than that. But old buddy, instead of yelling at Tyrese the rest of the game, is yelling
perfect.
at James.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy literally just did his job better.
Jumped on the grenade.
Bingo, yeah. Because Tyrese doesn't have to hear it. Now, granted, Tyrese probably locked in. He was locked in too. It was very cool to watch Tyrese be that locked in. Also, yelling on bench. Like that type of, it was cool to watch Tyrese, because we were on their bench basically. It was cool to watch Tyrese work, but Tyrese didn't have to deal with these guys. Great shit talkers. These guys were very adamant, good shit talkers. Instead, their attention goes right to James. It was a wonderful night. Wonderful night.
I mean, Tyrese, Wisconsin guy. I mean, come on, let's give him his credit.
Oh, yeah.
Oshkosh, born and bred. Did end up going to Iowa State. Would have loved him to stay a Badger.
Well, did you guys offer him?
No, they didn't. I've asked him the same thing.
I know. I mean, I know.
The Badgers didn't think Tyrese Halliburton could play basketball for them?
Crazy.
Wow.
I'd like to go back and redo that.
They didn't offer you coming out of high school either, right?
No, they did not offer me. I was too small.
Is there a Wisconsin problem?
Yeah, do Wisconsin people have problems with Wisconsin people?
No, not.
What's up with your state?
Not at all. Okay, West Virginia. Let's calm it down.
Rich Rodriguez
Let's
is
calm
back,
it down.
brother.
Let's calm it down. Everybody
Hey,
calm
West
it down.
Virginia, Rich Rod's back, brother.
I see your Iowa flags on the floor. I see you kind of understand what's happening over there.
No, that's Iowa wrestling. Seems
Yeah, I see what's happening.
JJ, how did the Iowa-Wisconsin game go this past
Not good.
year?
Not good. Not good, man. I'll tell you what. That one is the one that one hurts because that's like a direct one-to-one comparison.
Yep.
And to get the shit kicked out of us there hurt. It's coming back around.
Okay, you're a Wisconsin guy. You know Tyrese since high school, I assume. Long time.
I didn't know him personally.
You knew of
in high
him.
school.
You were a fan of his,
course.
obviously coming out of
West
Wisconsin.
State champ.
Yeah, because you had that log cabin, remember, you had in Wisconsin throughout the years?
Yeah.
Just had a little log cabin he built his hands.
Yeah, you just got a small studio here. Yeah.
No, I've never said the Thunderdome isn't.
I said it was a log cabin. It was a log cabin.
That's true.
I think
It was built out of logs.
I think it was a four
The
seasons.
thing was built out of logs.
Yeah, they put logs on the outside of a Four Seasons. I mean, when I saw
Good gimmick.
it was a great gimmick. I saw his house. I'm like,
It wasn't a gimmick. I said I had a log cabin. I lived in a cabin made out of logs. Yeah. It was a little bit large, but it was still made out of logs. I didn't know there was a size limit on cabins.
I think it's the LED lights around the TV in the log cabin. You know,
That's
just
what it
my
is.
thoughts of
Great
what a
touch.
log cabin is. You know, you don't have the Jordan shoe rack.
The wood-burning
No.
stove.
Yeah, you don't have a pizza maker.
I had a wood burning stove. I had a
Oh,
wood
that's kinda
burning
rude for the
stove.
logs. Yeah. Nonetheless, beautiful home over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you followed with Wisconsin, so you knew Tyrese since he was a high schooler. I have not known him long enough, but I do know that he's potentially a superstar.
Well, I mean,
Now-
probably take the potential off.
Well, there's debate.
Not everybody.
There's a lot
For
of
others.
debate.
For others. That's the small market shit.
Yeah, agreed. That legitimately is what it is, isn't it?
No doubt.
So they pulled up the definition earlier. We thought that was a good play. We figured we'd do the same thing. Let's hear what Merriam-Webster has to say.
I love
And that's the authority.
Yeah.
Merriam, for a long time, has been saying this is what a word is. this word isn't.
Whatever you say, man.
I've actually had somebody tell me that Merriam-Webster a little lazy on a definition of a word before. One of the greatest lines I've ever heard from somebody. That's a lazy definition. I'm saying you're calling Merriam-Webster lazy. Kind of mailed it in. But that's the authority that Merriam-Webster has. So let's read the definition for a superstar, shall we, JJ?
Let's do it.
One. Okay, this is the first one.
Sure.
This first definition of a superstar. A star, parenthesis, as in sports or the movies.
TC.
Tom Cruise.
Right, right.
Sox and baseball.
Biggest, possibly.
And parentheses, who is considered extremely talented. Is Tyrese considered extremely talented? After winning 2 in the Garden, it's over. It's going to be a New York Knicks series. The Knicks are going to the finals in the biggest game with Triple H there.
Yeah.
With his pops back in the building.
Bingo.
With Fifth.
Exactly.
Yes, boy.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. Ben Stiller. He has his biggest night, triple-double. So I'd say he's extremely talented. Let's go back to that definition, post-comma. Stop me if I'm wrong on any of this, JJ.
I will.
You got a big ring. Has great public appeal. Well, I guess in New York, probably not, right?
Yeah,
in Madison Square Garden.
Or Milwaukee.
Yeah, but is there anywhere other than those cities? Like, do places exist other than those cities?
L.A.
Couple.
Los Angeles, I guess that is a place that exists.
Boston.
How about,
Miami.
does our city exist or
It
not?
does. Indianapolis would be included
Sometimes
in that.
people
Public?
forget.
It's a noun.
Sometimes people tend to forget.
So let's go to public appeal. Is this guy liked? Oh, let's go to one of his game winners from this playoff run, series winner. Yeah, I'd say he has some public appeal around town. Yeah, but Indianapolis isn't anywhere near as big as other cities are. Okay, so it's not a public place anymore. It's not a public forum. He has public appeal. That's James Johnson hugging him, saying, I got you, dog. If anybody talks in the front row, I'm going to say terrible things to them, and they're going to get mad at me. Instead of being mad at you, I'll keep them distracted. So he has public appeal, right, JJ? That would be the
I think he
second
does.
part of that.
I agree.
Now let's go to the third one there, and can usually command a high salary.
That's a funny one. That's a funny one to be included in.
Yeah, it's a superstar. It's
Definition.
cost.
It's true.
Yeah, it's kind of the Trey Hendrickson conversation right now.
Yeah, which we will certainly get into. Average star, not really paid.
Sure.
Superstar, going to command a high salary. Is Tyrese getting paid?
I believe he's a max player, yeah.
Oh, he's a max player. So we're just checking all the boxes of what Merriam-Webster says is a superstar,
Yep.
I would say.
Yep.
So we just want to let Tyrese know that our tiny little program here in this tiny little city that does not have racist WNBA fans.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
That's what WNBA
Confirmed.
says.
That's
Yeah.
what they said.
Wow, that's crazy. That maybe would be good if it makes it to the finals, as opposed to everybody saying it'd be terrible if this team makes it to the NBA finals on television. Okay. You don't think you're creating a potential we want war with you type
Yeah, right.
narrative?
Chips.
If your team wins, it's terrible for the entire league. Your fans are racist. Your guy is not a superstar. Your player is overrated. It's like, okay. We're hearing a lot. But just know that Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Nembhard, Neesmith, TJ McConnell, and the boys have this city rallied and this city ready. Last night was a great indicator of it. And Tyrese, you're our superstar. We're appreciative of it.
Love you, Tyrese.
We're appreciative of it.
I mean, New York, they're naming streets after every single player on the roster. In New York City, I mean, that's a very large city.
Yeah, they haven't won shit.
What do you do
Whoa,
here?
whoa. In a long time, this team has given them a lot of hope. I will say, watching Jalen Brunson live is outrageous.
It's very
Yeah.
good.
He's able to score whenever
Yeah,
he wants.
it's incredible.
And it's like if he even gets an open look, it's like back when Steph Curry was doing his thing. If he just gets an open look, it's like, oh, that's going to fall. Like it's not like he might miss this one, especially when he has that little mid-range shit he does. Unbelievable. 3, if he has any room, it's going to fall. He is great to watch in person.
Very legit.
Very. Karl Anthony Towns, I think he's getting a little tired. He had that 20-point fourth quarter in game 3. He obviously had some big plays last night. Watching the amount of running, I'm like, how is he? You're big.
Big men.
Big.
men running.
Huge.
Yeah.
Big.
Lot of-
I don't know how you keep up with it, to be honest.
no, I don't. I like 6-second plays. I'm a big 6 seconds guy.
Oh, he's not retired yet. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who is retired. Played in the NBA for,
13 years?
yeah, he's been around. Been there, done that. Has a great shot. Says he doesn't run much anymore. Mad respect. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, co-host of the Knuckleheads podcast, Quentin Richardson.
Yeah, you rich.
Joe, we just had to break down the definition of superstar there just to see what Merriam-Webster's thoughts were. And obviously, we're riding a high with the Pacers getting a big win over the New York Knicks last night. What are your thoughts on the entire conversation? This Pacers team is a real deal, Q. This Pacers team is a real deal. Watching them live last night, That's a lot of running. I don't know how. I guess OKC does the same thing. His dad will keep an eye on things.
Yep.
You know, his family will keep an eye on things. But like the way he handles himself, the way he has represented this city, has been a beautiful thing. He's what, 24?
Yeah, 24, 25 or 6.
Whatever he is. He's still young.
Yeah.
He's very, very young. And I think we're all incredibly pumped for what the future possibilities are here in Indiana. At OKC, Indiana, I don't want to look ahead. Obviously, we still have to win the series against the New York Knicks. Winning in Madison Square Garden would be bananas. Okay, that would be spectacular if that was to take place. If they win another one, hey, that's okay. We'll come back here to Indiana and do our thing, hopefully. And I have nothing but respect for that Knicks team. The way they've been able to battle and play is insane. And Karl Anthony, he's so big. Karl Anthony Towns is so big, Q Rich. He is. I don't think I expected how. Like, he's round.
Yeah.
He is they're running him.
A lot of hand gestures going on there. A
What's that?
lot of hand gestures going on there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Driving the big guy.
What do you,
Yeah, no,
what do you say? I don't want to call him fat because I don't think he's fat.
Know.
I think but he is.
No.
Well built.
He is like a round guy. Like
Stocky.
Stocky, that's good. He's a stocky gentleman.
So I'm very interested in his girth. What's going on? It's just a lot of.
Well, I mean,
Those are your words, JJ, you pig. Oh, my
saying what
God.
I'm seeing.
We didn't have to actually say it, JJ. We didn't have to actually say it.
Yeah, but he's
probably well hung. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think he's good at hoops.
Wait. We talking about hoop, right?
Yeah, whatever.
From the rim.
Yeah, he's very good. But what I'm saying is, watching these guys live and seeing them in person, you always forget. Like, watching on TV is different. You too, I assume. How tall are you?
6'6".
That's what I'm saying. That's just like standard. So whenever you see how big Karl Anthony Towns was and how much he was running, I'm like, how does anybody keep up with this Pacers team for 7 games? It's like Pascal Siakam, obviously he's gigantic. He can run all day. Yeah. I think he can literally run all day. Does OKC play that same style? And how long has this been happening? How long has this been a style that teams play with?
Man, I think since Golden State was able to show that they could win a championship, you know what I'm saying, with the small ball lineup, that was, pretty much everybody tried to copy and paste. So now you see a lot of fours, that like 1 through 4, you got smaller guys, and then you got one big guy out there. It's a lot of 4 out, 1 in, or just flat out 5 out with pick and roll being played. And these guys, I mean, like you say, you talking about Cat. He's used to this, man, in Minnesota his whole career when he was younger. He's a guy who's always gotten up and down the court well and played on the outside and played inside. So, I mean, he's equipped for this. And I mean, most of these guys, you look at like if you look at a guy like Rudy Gobert, who's really like 7'4", whatever he is, the Wemby's, the 7'4", 7'5". Like, the league is a strange place, man, because you say, like, I'm 6'6", and I go out there and I do not look big on the court. I look average and regular size, and then it's a difference when you walk into the real world. But when you're in the gym and you playing in the league, and even in college now, everybody's huge, man. These guys are tall, 7-footers, 7'2", 6'11", 6'9", and it's like, man, like you look at a guy like McDaniels, he's like 6'9" out there on the court, and he doesn't look like it when he's out there running around with those guys.
Moving too. I mean, it's gassers. There's running gassers. That was my biggest takeaway last night, other than the fact that the arena was awesome, the pace. Whenever you just think about the sport that's being played in front of your eyes, it's like they're so be showcased more, because on TV it just looks normal.
Yeah.
Like 6'6" just looks like 5'11" whenever you watch it on TV. And whenever I go to a game, I'm like, I forgot. Like, holy shit, I forgot that you are one of one. What did you want to say, JH?
QR, I have a question for you. You obviously played 13 years. You've seen the game transition over time. As we talk about this, have you seen the training, whether it's the weight room, whether it's running, evolve over time? I know even in the NFL, we're seeing obviously kids are in these programs starting young, so athletes are just getting bigger, stronger, and faster. Is the NBA similar, or is that more about a skill like shot making?
No, it's all of it in one. The skills and the shot make. I mean, it's obvious. Like we replicate what we see. So now they've been able to see all of these different things, and they're able to put it all together. But the training has absolutely gone bonkers. Like, these kids are getting trained at such a high level at a young age. That's why they're able to do so many different things, because they get in the gym and they train. The difference between this generation and our generation, we didn't train nearly as much. We went to parks, we went to courts, open gyms, and we played all day long, played against each other. And that was like our work. That was more of the work we did. We tried different things. We figured different things out. But now the skill level is so high because of the level of training they're getting. They're getting training. It's starting at 6, 7 years old on up, and they training with these guys grow up and they say, I got a trainer that's been training me for this long, and like they develop these skills. And when you're going in the gym at a young age and you're actually focused and honing in on putting in work on different things, they got no choice but to get better. And you seeing that out on the court. I mean, obviously, you know, the coaches and the different things would rather some things be honed in, but when you just look at these guys individually and you look at the...
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you like the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.